Hey, what's happening, everybody? JayShockblast here, and we are at part 4 of 4. Crack one open. It's not a beer, it's actually an Arizona iced tea. Um, so, thank you all for watching these videos. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope it's everything that you hoped for. I've really enjoyed making them. I love talking comic books. I'm a big fan. Um, I appreciate all you guys that have watched. I appreciate you if you're a subscriber. I appreciate you if you're not a subscriber. I especially appreciate you if you're about to be a subscriber. But that's enough of me pandering. Let's get right to it. We've got basically these last 3 rows, which most of which I won't have to cover because they're all, create a character slots. One thing real quick before we go too far. You get an achievement by customizing a character and naming it Trevor. Um, I'm not going to show you that one because I think it's just like literally Spider-Man with Captain America's shield. But in any event, a lot of filler characters on this row. Or, well, maybe not. But anyway, let's start off with the Symbiote Scientist. I haven't actually used him yet. And he's kind of like a zombie. He does actually form that hand. Mysterio is going to be the one that's joining us on this adventure. Just because I think he's cool. I had Deadpool in the first video, and I believe... No, I'm sorry, the second video. No, the third video. I don't even know anymore, man. I think I had Nova follow us, and I think I had Deadpool follow us, and I totally brain farting on whoever else. It's been a crazy, run. There's also the hazmat suit symbiote scientists. They do the same thing. Obviously these are just the minion types that you're gonna fight throughout the game. They had to apparently have some generic minion types. Taskmaster. Love me some Taskmaster. I use him instead of Captain America whenever possible. I actually like Taskmaster a lot. I've gotten to know who he is through obviously reading a lot of Deadpool comics over the years. He's becoming a little bit more popular. He basically does all the things Captain America does. I love his little special, icon there. Actually, we're going to fast travel. One thing I want to show you, to get Taskmaster, you have to fly like way up in the sky, like right here. As you can see, there's like this open area right here. You have to fly way up above the clouds, almost as high as the helicarrier to get him. You unlock him right there. We're gonna head over that way now. I just don't want to be on the raft anymore. And again, I'm not editing this. This is all one live straight stretch of run. Taskmaster is really, his big thing is that he can mimic people's moves. I mainly did it so I had something to shoot at. Obviously he's got this bow and arrow thing. When you get close, you can do this. When you hold down B, or when you press B, he puts his shield up. This is where he does the Captain America type thing. Because there's a lot of stuff where Captain America does the laser. When the lasers are shooting at you, you use his shield to kind of, blow up the lasers. Stuff like that. So, there we have Taskmaster. But his thing is, like, he can mimic your fighting style, and he's, like, got this, telegraphic memory. So, whenever he sees you fight once, he knows your weaknesses, and he can fight you. And as I take a chug of Arizona. There's no endorsement deal there. I wish they were paying me to say that. So he's pretty fun. I use him just because I like Taskmaster, to be completely honest. I just think he's a cool character. He's a little generic, but whatever. I want to get him out of the road. Not really that big of a deal. And I'm blowing up these cars so that they can see. This is what happens. They're all dumb drivers, and they all crash into each other. they're not smart enough to go around. This video is going to be shorter than the other ones, so I don't mind kind of screwing around a little bit. There we go. I just don't want to hear like all the horn honking. Alright, whatever. So yeah, that's Taskmaster. Next up, we have Toad, and Toad was the last animal character I unlocked. What's kind of cool about his, like, you know, sitting around, is, like, birds will fly by and he'll, like, snag them, which is cool. Toad is an acrobat, so, like, I didn't unlock him until kind of late in the game. You might want to unlock him sooner. I know I talk a lot about how I use Black Widow a lot as the acrobat stuff, mostly because she's, you know, goes invisible. He also has, like, that feral sense where he can sense hidden stuff. You know, Toad would be, like, a really good acrobat type character. I feel like he's a lot of fun. When you do his lily pad missions, you don't actually have to bounce off the lily pads, which is kind of funny. You just have to kind of jump in the water in the general area. So, like, this is a total acrobat mission that you really can't do unless you have Black Widow, which is why I use her a lot, because the second that camera sees you, you know, it obviously closes that up. I think there was I think there was a gold brick there at one point. So, that's Toad. You know, he's a fun little character. Obviously, I think I got the achievement for Brotherhood of Mutants from him. I don't know, I might have gotten that and the animal one. But, Union Jack. Now, this one's a little bit of a surprise to me. I don't know if they're pandering to the British, or all you jolly folks in the UK. I am of English descent, amongst other things, so I'm, you know, okay with it. But, you know, that's kind of cool. I don't really feel like I don't know if I've ever seen Union Jack in a comic book. Like, I'm trying to think of, I know he's been in, you know, actually, I think I've seen some Excalibur stuff that he was in, but I didn't realize he was such a popular character, or that he was a popular character. I have his action figure that Hasbro made. You know, he's actually just a boring, you know, gun shooting character. There's really not a whole lot to him. But I guess I was a little surprised that they put him in the game. Who they could put in his place, I don't know. You know, I'm impartial to Darkhawk, but we've had that conversation. I just was a little surprised they had him in here. But there he is. Venom. So Venom's really cool. He's a lot like Spider-Man, obviously. And Carnage. Excuse me. So there are special areas in the game where you can only go through walls and stuff by using Venom or Carnage. It's like a symbiote, like, kind of symbol. So keep that in mind. One other thing about Venom, you know, he's got the spider sense type thing. He starts juggling skulls when he gets bored. And he transforms into Mega Venom. So that's kind of cool. Obviously, at this point, he becomes Hulk.
Watch it, buddy.
So that is Big Venom. So obviously, that's a really cool, you know, option. They did a good job with Venom in that regard by remembering, you know, he does do things like this. So obviously, one of the characters you want to make sure you transform if you're going after the transformation achievement. And actually, just like the way he actually transforms looks really cool. like the actual animation of it. So that's cool. Obviously, whenever a character transforms, you have to like double tap Y or double hold down Y in order to get him to do it. So, Viper is Madam Hydra, and obviously she's got the Hydra logo. So again, with the cars crashing, I mean, don't ever have your character accidentally stand in the street. Cars won't know what to do. And then when you want them to go around, or stop, they just run you over. So she's really not anything too fancy. She does have a whip when you get up nice and close. And she has a gun that she shoots. So, Madam Hydra, aka Viper. And she's got green hair. The Vulture. What are you barking at, Teddy? My dog's barking at something. So Vulture flies, obviously. I know I kind of complained a little bit about Superior Spider-Man before. But one kind of cool thing that's come out of it is the way they wrote the Vulture into it. You know, obviously you're seeing everything from Dr. Octopus's eyes when you're reading, Superior Spider-Man. And he has a real problem with Vulture using children, which he does kind of frequently in the game. Obviously, or not in the game, in the comic, to do his kind of like bidding, and he's just not a big fan of that. So that was kind of an interesting dynamic. Obviously, they roll together in the Sinister Six. Vulture is one of the characters you need to unlock to get that Sinister Six achievement. He has a gun, and he has that little icon. So this is where you unlock Hulkbuster. I already have him unlocked, obviously. That's about it. He kind of just sits there and flaps his wings and yells. His buddy Mysterio. You get him on the Daily Bugle mission with Howard the Duck. Alright, War Machine. James Rhodes, Rhodey. So War Machine's pretty awesome. Sometimes I'll use him instead of Iron Man. He will basically show off that he's Rhodey. He's got the rocket, that kind of fire. Then he has missiles that he can fire. He just has the same generic kind of Iron Man lock-on. He does have an alternate version of the Iron Patriot. So Iron Patriot's kind of cool and everything. If you saw Iron Man 3, you obviously know that was his armor in Iron Man 3. But for me, Iron Patriot is doing the robot. Iron Patriot is Norman Osborn. During the dark days or dark times or Dark Avengers, they had that big storyline where Norman Osborn ended up becoming the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Deadpool. It was at the end of Secret Invasion. Deadpool is the one that basically ended the Secret Invasion by killing the Skrull Queen, and in true Deadpool fashion, he screwed it up. I guess I should have said spoiler alerts, but the comic's been out for a few years, so if you haven't read it yet, it's your fault. But Deadpool ended up not being able to claim credit for it, and somehow Green Goblin did, and he used it against Iron Man to get him ousted as the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Nick Fury was secretly tasking Deadpool to do it. It creates a really awesome moment where Norman Osborn tells Bullseye, who at that point is the Dark Hawkeye, to go out after Deadpool, and Deadpool just absolutely humiliates Bullseye to the point where Bullseye basically goes to the ATM and takes out all of his money and gives it to Deadpool and says, "Dude, go away, here's your money." So that was really awesome. I definitely recommend reading the book just for that. We got Wasp, and she shoots little fire nuggets. Has a generic red thing to lock on. When she flies, she goes into miniature mode, like a wasp. And this is her falling down to the city. So, you know, she's a cool enough character. She's got her goofy 60s haircut. Flutters her wings. So another flying character. I didn't really use her much. Holding B does not make her smaller. Holding X does not make her smaller. Holding Y does not make her smaller. So the only way to make her smaller is to fly. Whiplash. We've got the movie version of Whiplash. Mickey Rourke here. Kind of like Ghost Rider. You have to kind of get close with his whip in order to actually hit anybody. Like, I feel like from right here I should be able to whip him, but you have to be obviously that close to actually do it. He does shoot electricity, so if you want to, you can use him as an electric character. So I didn't really use him that much. This is his double jump. So that's Whiplash. And this is the last character of the actual basic characters of the game. If you didn't pre-order the game, this is the last character you'll have access to. The Wizard, who is surprisingly actually really good. I'm not really a big Wizard fan, but he definitely has some cool dynamics to him. I love the way he shoots stuff. I think this is magnetic energy. He does fly. And he does shoot the magnetic energy. So he actually is a little bit more useful than what I thought he would be. So I've actually enjoyed using him a little bit. I'm not, like I said, a huge Wizard fan. I don't know a ton about him. But he's a pretty cool character nonetheless. So that would bring us to an end of the characters that you would get in-game. Just from just actually purchasing the game. With that said, I personally still have some more characters because I pre-ordered the game and I've got this character pack. So, first up on the character pack list is Rick Jones, and he transforms into A-Bomb. I'm not gonna lie, I missed A-Bomb when I was making them earlier, and people were actually requesting me to make the A-Bomb video. I'm almost embarrassed. I don't know who A-Bomb is. I don't know who Rick Jones is. Is this like an Alpha Force character or something? I haven't researched it. I probably should have. He's basically just a big character. People were asking if he goes invisible or if he teleports or stuff like that. The answer is no. He basically acts like Hulk, and he transforms into Rick Jones. I don't know if he counts towards the achievement for transformation. It would make sense that he doesn't, since he's a pre-order character. But I'm sure guys that watch the video will let me know who he is. I really, like I said, I'm kind of embarrassed. I don't know who he is. I've never really seen him. So, next up we have one of my favorite characters in the game, Thanos. So this is kind of like... So here's the thing. Thanos is a big character. He's a big, brawny character like this. And I appreciate what they did with him in a way. But in a way, I think back to like the mini Galactus and the mini Sentinel and the mini mini Galactus, mini Sentinel, and mini Destroyer, where they could have made them bigger and let them do similar things. I just feel like Thanos is missing some things. Granted, he's the only big character that can shoot anything, and it's a very unique look. But otherwise, he is essentially a Hulk-type character. Um, Obviously, instead of the clap, he does, this kind of force push of sorts. But otherwise, he's just a big, brawny character that happens to shoot, the cosmic energy out of his hand. I haven't used him near anywhere that does cosmic energy, so I don't know if he actually does do the cosmic energy builds. I probably should have done a little bit more research and checked into that for you. But there is a good chance that he might. Thanos has become one of my favorite characters. I have this really awesome mini bus that I got. It was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from Gentle Giant, 2012. I wasn't actually at San Diego Comic-Con, but I always order, them after. He also picks flowers, apparently. Thanos, the Thanos Rising comic line was a really cool comic line, but at the same time a little underwhelming. I don't want to spoil it. There is definitely a couple really cool moments that you see. The graphic novel is out at this point, so if you didn't get the actual comics, I definitely recommend reading that storyline. The Thanos Imperative, I was so bummed out at the end of it. I will spoil this because it's been out for a little while and you really should have read it. So if you want to kind of jump ahead about a minute, you can probably avoid it. The Thanos Imperative really follows Nova the most. And at the end of the Thanos Imperative, they are tasked with killing Nova and closing the Cancerverse. And, in the process, Thanos, Star-Lord, and Nova, Rich Rider Nova, are all supposed to be dead. Obviously, 2 out of the 3 of them are back at this point. So I don't know what's going on with Rich Rider. As I stated in my last video, Nova is one of my favorite characters in all the comics. So I'm a little bummed out that he wasn't in it. Or that he's not back. They keep alluding to the fact, they keep mentioning his name, so I'm hoping at some point soon he is back. But in any event, business is about to pick up. Thanos is doing this whole Infinity Run. So Thanos, they're obviously building him up for the Avengers too. He's going to be a big deal. I think he's going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy too. So that's Thanos. Next up, we have Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is obviously going to be a main character in Captain America, the Winter Soldier. And by the way, if you have not seen that trailer yet, oh my god, it is so awesome. Obviously, you might have actually seen it as one of the ads that they put before my videos. It would make sense since they're Marvel Comics, videos. I know I definitely saw it a couple times. Just awesome. I can't wait for that now. I mean, I'm a okay sized Captain America fan. I'm not necessarily a huge Winter Soldier fan, but I'm really looking forward to the movie now. It looks so good. And I was originally kind of upset that they had Chris Evans as Captain America, just because he was the Human Torch. But I'm glad they picked him now. I feel like he was a really good choice. As far as Winter Soldier goes, obviously this is Bucky, and I can't wait to see how they, get him into the movie, how that all works out. Obviously, in the first Captain America movie, they had Bucky fall off the train, so they definitely set up for him to be Winter Soldier. And this is his stand around move, which is not much. So that's Winter Soldier. I really didn't use him much because he's really just a grunt, but there he is. Symbiote Spider-Man. Makes sense to have him in here. He's definitely one of the more popular Spider-Man suits. And he's basically Spider-Man. I don't know if he can go through the Venom, kind of portals. He does shoot black webs. He has spider sense. And he does transform into Peter Parker. So I don't know if he go. I would imagine he would probably go through like the symbiote little portals, but I haven't tried it. So you may decide if you have this pre-order bonus to use them more often than I did. I can tell you that at some point they'll probably make it available in the PlayStation Store or in Xbox Live Marketplace. Obviously, I know a lot of people are waiting for Xbox One and PlayStation 4 to come out before they get this game. So definitely pre-order it so you can make sure you get these characters because they're worth it. All you have to do, like if you pre-order at GameStop, you just put down $5. Is it really that big of a deal? You know, you reserve it, you pick it up the day it comes out. I definitely pre-order all my stuff. Right now we got Classic Hawkeye. I definitely use Classic Hawkeye a lot. I really love the way he looks. I love the way he shoots the bow and arrows. I have a really awesome Hawkeye mini bust. I really, really wish that they used this more for Hawkeye. Obviously, he does all the same as the movie Hawkeye, where he does the 3 arrows. One of the cool things, and I don't know if this is meant to be Hawkeye's motorcycle or not, but there is a motorcycle called the Cloud Rider. I don't know whose motorcycle this is supposed to be, but it looks like Hawkeye's. Actually, yeah, there's no logo on it. So, again, not 100% sure whose it's supposed to be, but I do enjoy it. And it shoots missiles. I feel like it's supposed to be Hawkeye's. I used it in a couple races just because it looks cool. It almost looks like the motorcycle from Tron. But, you know, it may not even be Hawkeye's motorcycle. I can't imagine who else's it would be. I mean, it matches up with him. Like his look. But again, this is a DLC character, so... yeah, I guess I'm not going to be able to get through there. But I will try to the bitter end. This one entrance makes a little bit more sense. So that's the Cloud Cycle. In my world, that's Hawkeye's motorcycle. It may be, it may not be. I should probably Google it and figure that out, but I'm not going to. Falcon, obviously, flies. He does not shoot anything in the air. And on the ground, he does shoot, like, quills. Kind of like Archangel. Not really a big Falcon fan, per se. But he is going to be in the new Captain America movie, which is going to be pretty awesome. He's basically Captain America's new Bucky, where he's kind of Captain America's sidekick. So it makes sense to have him, you know, in the game. Definitely, I think he was in one of the Avenger cartoons they've had. Earth's Mightiest Heroes and Avengers Assemble. I think he's been in both of them. I haven't watched enough of the episodes, though. I have a hard time following, you know, TV shows and stuff. I haven't even watched a single episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is crazy. Dark Phoenix. I know a lot of you guys are going to be pretty excited about Dark Phoenix. A lot of requests for Phoenix videos. She is basically Phoenix, but just with the Dark Phoenix outfit. I love her animation when she's bored. That right there, that's awesome. She shoots fire. She does telepathy or telekinesis. She shoots fire with her, you know, Phoenix little circle. So, yeah, really cool looking character. Really cool that they included her with the pre-order bonus. And finally, the last character in this series, and thank you if you made it this far, is Beta Ray Bill. There is a random glitch that your characters will kind of do this at some point or another. You just have to switch to the other character and run around, and they eventually stop. Or you can just beat them up. There you go. So Beta Ray Bill, my brother actually got me a really awesome mini bust of Beta Ray Bill for Christmas last year. I'm not necessarily a big Beta Ray Bill fan per se, but I do love Thor, and he's basically a Thor kind of character. Um, Obviously, he flies. He has his hammer, which has a name, and I can't think of it. It's basically the same as Mjolnir, which I probably mispronounced, but it's such an awkward word to say. I love the way that he, kind of circles the hammer. You can do that, and he'll throw his hammer. He does the same thing as Thor, where he can get his electric power and shoot it. Of course, I have to wait to get his hammer back. Yeah, so yeah, that's that. So that brings us to an end of the line, and I'm just gonna bring up Thor here for the sake of having the two Hammer brothers side by side. Um, I appreciate you guys, man. You guys sat through possibly all these videos. I think when all is said and done, it's going to be about 2.5 hours of commentary videos, which for me was a lot of fun to do. And the guys, a couple of you guys had this idea that I do this, and I want to thank you because I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing this. I hope you guys enjoyed and appreciated the series as much as I enjoyed making it. And I think that's going to bring a close to my time with Lego Marvel superheroes for now. Battlefield 4 comes out tonight, and if you follow the channel at all, you know that I basically started this channel to show off Battlefield Bad Company 2 gameplay. I am a huge Battlefield player. At one point on Xbox 360, I was rated in the top 1,200 in the world, which I know isn't that big of a deal, but it is for me. I mean, I've never been ranked that high at something like that. Some of the people I played with, like my buddy Wally and my buddy Obi, they were ranked in the top 50. I think Wally at one point was in the top 10. He was pretty highly ranked. Wally, as it turns out, iconic Wally. On the Xbox dashboard, you've probably been seeing this Battlefield 4 tournament that they're having in London for the Xbox One. Wally is actually one of the 32 American players that is being brought over to London from California to play in that tournament, which is pretty awesome. I mean, honestly, that's somebody I've played probably, thousands of hours of video games with, thousands of hours in Xbox Live parties. One of my biggest supporters of my channel, so I'm pretty excited about that. I don't really know why I got off on that tangent. I think I was just really talking about the fact that Battlefield 4 comes out tonight, and I'm super excited about it. Honestly, at this point with this game, as you can see, I need 29 more gold bricks. I need almost half of the mini kits, and apparently one more character. I don't know which character I'm missing, but apparently I'm missing somebody. I think it's a vehicle, to be honest with you, because there's no characters missing that I can see. So what I am going to do, I will make one more video showing off character creator. I know I've had a lot of requests for that. Right now, I can't see myself getting that last 9.8%. Part of the reason for it is, as you can see, some of the stuff I have left are races. Yeah, that's the last one I need right there, I think, is the X-Men's jet. But a lot of these races that are outstanding are flight races, and they're just tedious. I can't deal with it. Plus, I think I have to do all these photo missions, and I don't want to. At some point, I'll come back, maybe a few weeks from now, or a week from now, or whatever. At some point, I will come back and try to finish it all off. Just because, as you can see, I'm sitting here with 44 of 45 achievements and 96 gamer score. So, I mean, at some point, I might as well get that last achievement because, I am definitely an achievement whore. I love going for achievements. As you can see, I've got every achievement in Borderlands 2. Um, I'm closing in on 100,000 gamer score. So to get that last 40-point achievement, I might as well. But I want to spend some time with Batman Arkham Origins for the rest of the day today. And then tomorrow I'm going to play Battlefield 4. I'm on vacation right through my birthday on Thursday, which is Halloween. I had almost all my vacation time left, which is what afforded me the opportunity to sit here and play video games nonstop. I don't usually play them this much. I play them a lot, obviously, but not nearly to the extent that I did for these videos. I want you to know that I invested probably all of the last couple days making all these videos. So I appreciate the support from everybody. I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate everybody asking questions, asking me to make things. I appreciate the people that are trying to add me on Xbox Live. Please keep in mind, my friends list is full. I look forward to when Xbox One is out, when people can follow me. Um, you know, Part of the reason I don't add people that add me is because I've had some bad experiences when I do, where people will join my Xbox Live parties or join my games and kind of screw things up. So I don't want to have to deal with that, and I apologize if you're a fan and want to play some stuff with me. I'll figure out a way to do that at some point, but right now I'm just not adding people. With Xbox One, you'll be able to follow me, which will be really cool, and I definitely look forward to seeing how that works. So you can definitely follow me, see what I'm up to, and stuff like that. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm JayShockblast. Um, Go to analoghype.com. That's the website with me, Chrome, and Keem, and Jesse, and all the other guys. What else we got? Thank you if you're a subscriber. Thank you if you're about to hit the subscribe button. Thank you if you just hit the like button. Really appreciate that. Thank you if you hit the dislike button. That honestly helps me as much as you hitting the like button. The more people that like videos, the more like and dislike, I should say, the higher the priority it has on YouTube. So, you're really helping me if you do either or. I'm not usually the type of person that panders to people to be a subscriber or to hit the like button. I'm just kind of mentioning it because I feel like it's what you're supposed to do at the end of these videos. Um, I do this all to have fun, and I had a lot of fun doing this, and a lot of the reason for that is all of you, all the people that asked me to make these videos and do all of this. So without making this video any more longer than it needs to be, I will bid you all adieu, and thank you again. I really appreciate y'all, and you've made this experience a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. JayShockblast signing out. We will catch you later. Peace.